everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. It's always good to be grateful. Now, today I have some exciting things I want to show you. But first, I got to explain a few things before I get onto the photographs so you'll understand exactly what they mean. The first thing I want to talk about is 10 legends of indigenous people regarding Bigfoot, Sasquatch. So this is what they recorded as saying about the Bigfoot creatures. One, they can turn invisible right before your eyes, meaning that, they have instant camouflage. You could be staring at it 1 second and it will turn. There's actually stories of the Bigfoot creatures walking and turning invisible as they walk. Number two, and this is very important, they can read your thoughts. They have a telepathy. They know your every thought. Native Americans would say that they would not discuss them or mention them because then they would show up. Three, there are good ones and there are bad ones. I guess just like people. They said that the good ones, you could sort of deal with them, but the bad ones would sometimes steal children, and if they took an adult, that person would never be seen from again, and they would never find any evidence. Whatever they did, they would eat them, bones and all, was the quote that I read. So that's interesting. They also have an obsession with rocks, and these rocks were said to have magical qualities. Now we're going to get back to that in a second, so I'm going to show you exactly why that is true. I have evidence of it. They could run as fast as lightning. And number 8, they could change forms, sometimes changing into a wolf, a bear. So basically they are shapeshifters. They have shape-shifting ability. That's also very important. And basically when you put all this together, the only conclusion you could get is that they are interdimensional beings and they can travel between dimensions. And once you open up communication with them, it can change everything. You won't even believe what happens once you open up communication with them. So if you are often in the woods, you can imagine you're communicating with them, and then some amazing things will start to take place. So I'm going to show you some evidence right now on my phone. Number 1, that the stones have magical qualities. I think they use them as sort of communication devices because spirit forms come up through these stones, and I'll show you that. And 2, I will show you an actual image of a Bigfoot blending in with the surrounding. You can debate whether it's an actual Bigfoot, but when you understand that it's an interdimensional being, it could be sitting right next to you and you would never know it. And they are ubiquitous, meaning that they're everywhere. They are on every part of the planet all the time, living in between dimensions. How can I prove that? I'm about to show you right now on my phone. So first we'll go back to the rocks. Why the rocks are so magical. So here is one rock. Now you zoom in on it, and what do you see? See that? there's a person right there, and there's a whole image of, oh, great, that's, okay. Try to keep the glare off it, but you can see, this is a rock. Okay, you see all the images in there? Now let's go to another one. Look at this. See that creature? Here's an image of an actual, see the outline right there? So what they can do, they can be big or small, and they live in the spiritual realm. You can see there's an actual spirit sitting up here in the tree. Not sure if you can see it. See that person? You know, and this rock actually has an angel on it, which is interesting. This one out. Now here is a perfect image of why these rocks are magical. See that face? Watch this. Look at this one. Yeah. Now here's where it gets really interesting. See the light coming through? Watch the next frame. Look at this guy. That face. See that? That is some type of spirit form coming through. But let's get... Oh, this one is really interesting. You want to see a Bigfoot? There's your Bigfoot right there. See it coming through? Look at that. This is coming through the rocks. Okay, spirit forms. That one we've already seen that one. And this is the actual rock where these spirits are coming through. Notice the cone-shaped head. And now let's get down to the actual Bigfoot. This we've seen before. This is very interesting. But now I'm going to show you the actual Bigfoot creature. Oh, this is interesting too. See the angel coming through? See that? That's an actual angel coming through the rock. Look at that. Spirit form, angel. This is the, you've seen this before, but I'll show it again. It's very interesting. Now we're going to get down to the actual image of Bigfoot. It's coming up. Now this was interesting because you see the light beam? Well, it shows other dimensions. This is like some other dimension, little people. Very strange, alternate dimension. That's my arm. See this one. Now check this out. Look at this guy coming through. Coming right through the rock. Look at that eye. See that? That's an ordinary stone. Look at that. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is my image of Bigfoot. We'll start with the smaller one. You can see this tree was hit by lightning. And there is the actual thing. Let's go back to this other one. Look at that. There is your Bigfoot right there. And it'll always have this white sort of little fairies and other things floating around with them. See his flowers? That's him. See how well he blends into the tree? Let's take another look at that. Oh, doesn't want to oh, there it is. Okay. Take a good look at that. So there you have it, folks. Proof number one, that other dimensions are a real thing. Number two, that these rocks do have magical qualities. And number three, that a Bigfoot is an interdimensional being. He can travel between dimensions and can read your thoughts. Now, once you open up communication, as I have, it brings in all sorts of other abilities to put your phone up to the stones and have these spirit forms come through. Most of them look very dark and ominous, almost like the devil. I'm sure that's where the idea of the devil comes from, because it's a real thing. And so there's your evidence right there. Take it for what it's worth. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching my channel. Tell your friends and neighbors. I could use a few more subscribers. And I appreciate you. Peace, love, and prosperity, as always.